What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Banga Etuk, aka Banga the Menace, and I am here for the first time in a very long time for an episode of Teacup with Etuk. See, initially, I spent a few months just getting myself together, just working, just hustling, and I wanted it to just kind of replicate on its own. I didn't want to have to pinpoint out any of my winnings or nothing like that. I just wanted it all to show for itself. But I came back because I just had something heavy on my spirit. Like I had one of the weirdest dreams last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a teacup with Etuk. Something was just extremely off-putting in that dream to me. Today I want to speak about learning to let go. Family, friends, certain forms of income that could be harming you more than helping you. Anything that you may feel just does not need to be where it is. Jobs as well. So the dream I had, it was extremely peculiar. I found myself out at an event. It was a huge event, and it was in the middle of nowhere because it was a big cornfield. I live in Houston, so I don't know where I was. It was a cornfield. It was a whole bunch of people, but I had my dog Odysseus with me. But it's like everywhere I walked, people was just like mean mugging me, staring me down. I would speak, nobody would speak back. I just felt extremely out of place. I really felt like I was being plotted on. And no matter how hard I tried to wake up, I could not wake up. So it almost felt like sleep paralysis inside of a nightmare, almost. So when I woke up, I was sweating. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. So I was like, I have to do an episode because my heart is full. It's full from that. And as of lately in my real life, I truly have been feeling that way as well. I feel like the people who surround themselves around me have been looking at me upside my head out of envy and jealousy, not even necessarily for anything that I have, but just my aura, my hustle, my grind, my ability to succeed, my ability to keep going even if I don't succeed, my spirit. I just really feel like they've been trying to take those things from me. And as I've been making posts about it on social media, I haven't spoken about these things that I feel in general, but I make slight messages here and there, whether on Twitter or Instagram. And then I randomly always get messages from the people that I feel these things about, like, hey, I hope you're not upset with me, or hey, I hope, your post wasn't about me, or is there anything I can do to make you feel better? And it's just like, I didn't specifically say male, female. I didn't say any names. I didn't say what was bothering me. I just simply said, I feel like there's people around me who are either here to harm me spiritually or physically. And I'm always getting these messages, and I just feel like that was so strange. Like, wow, are you telling on yourself? So learn to let go. Learn to let go. Just recently on September 21st, I underwent a surgical procedure. I had a septoplasty and a sinusplasty with terminate reduction. And it's a 2-week healing process. Today is actually my first day without wearing my nose guard. So I'm learning to use my nose and my senses all over again. And today is the first day I'm not dripping blood and mucus from my nose. So that's why I'm like, this is the perfect time to make a video. But I found out that I would need to undergo this surgery mid to late July. So I started telling the people around me, this was found in my x-ray. This is how they want to go about it. They told me I can't do this. This is how long they said I can't do this. And these are the things that I said I would need help with. I could not lift anything over 10 pounds. I was not even technically supposed to be walking my dog because in order to pick up his leavings, I had to bend over. Or even if I squat, it just was not the time to do so. Because with all the blood clots in the blood that you have here, if you're bending over, it's going to go to the back of your head, and that's deadly. That's not good for you. So I gave people, almost a month and a half to a 2-month time frame, and it was from everybody oh, we got you, we gonna come by, we gonna cook for you, we gonna come show you some love, keep you company. Me personally, Odysseus, my dog, is my service animal, my registered legal service animal in the United States of America. I don't trust anybody walking him. I don't trust him with anybody. I will never put him in a daycare. I don't trust it. I need to be with my dog. That's just me. I want to walk him. He is loyal to me. And I didn't become hard-headed, but during when they told me how severe that it would be if I did try to walk him, I actually took a step back. And the people who said they would come and do those things for me, I was like, maybe this will be the moment where I have to learn to trust them in this instance. I can't harbor and hoard Odysseus from everyone because he still needs to be walked, he still needs to be fed, bathed, given his contraceptives, he needs to be, groomed. All the things I do to keep up with his maintenance. Fast forward to September 21st, the day of the procedure. My apologies. Let's rewind a little bit. Before my procedure, 2 weeks before, I contracted human rhinovirus and I had bronchitis. But this is also the same day my car broke down. I had to push my car to my apartment. It was maybe thank God I had reached the light. I was like 2 lights before my apartment complex, so I didn't have to push it far. Maybe a little over half a mile at most, but I still had to push that motherfucker. So that's when I was pushing it, I was just wheezing. I felt so weak. I just felt like I'm way too tired for the little amount of work I just did. Even with the car in neutral, I genuinely felt like I was pushing a vehicle that was in park. I could not sleep that night. My body was so bothered and disturbed. So something just said, go to the urgent care. Go to the urgent care. Go get looked at. As soon as I get there, I get checked in. They plug me up to the EKG. My heart rate is 197 beats per minute. And this was well after I pushed the car. So imagine what my heart rate was when I was pushing the car. I was sitting still with a heart rate of 197. So they immediately made me get into the bed, lay back. They did an EKG. They did a breathing treatment. They did a few different things to try to lower my heart rate. And the same people that I warned about the procedure that I was going to be having September 21st, I warned them about what was going on in that instance, because there was a slight chance that getting another infection of the chest and of the sinus, it would have prolonged and pushed my surgery back. I was not sure until I went to my specialist, but I still kept them informed. And of course, it was to let me know if you need anything. I had to walk home from the hospital. It's about, driving wise, it's about 3 miles, but walking it's probably 45 minutes. It's about a 45-minute walk. I walked home wheezing. I was extremely wore out, but I had no other way home. The people that said they were going to catch me on the flip side, in fact, did not. So let's go back to September 21st. I had my procedure. I was posting on my social media I'm about to undergo my procedure. Please keep me in your prayers as I undergo anesthesia, as I've never had that done to me before. So I was a bit, I won't say frantic, but I was a bit concerned because I never underwent anesthesia and I'm a pretty big dude. So if you don't get your measurements right, that's it. And I gotta two people be in my prayers. Not that the number counts. Those 2 people, they know who they are, but they genuinely did make me feel a bit more confident about what I was about to undergo. And I posted after everything was said and done that it was a success. I made it home safely. I have woken up from the anesthesia. But that's pretty much all I had the energy to do. I was wore out. And again, nobody was there. Nobody came. Nobody did anything. So as I spent, today it hasn't even been a full, like today may be the full week since the actual procedure itself. Like I still have stitches on both sides of my nose, on the inside part, along where I got my artificial septum. So I'm supposed to be avoiding salty foods. I'm supposed to be avoiding sugary foods. I'm supposed to be avoiding processed foods. I'm supposed to be avoiding certain nuts. I'm supposed to be avoiding all berries. Just different things that would help my blood thin, and it will cause me to continue to bleed. It wouldn't be able to clot up, and it would prolong the healing process. So, that would pretty much mean I would have to get up and cook, or I would have to have somebody cooking for me. Nobody came through. Nobody cooked anything. And being that I don't have a car, I was walking to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And when I left my surgery, I had a gauze pad and a mask under my nose to catch any blood and any mucus. And I had to wear that for days. So they had it wrapped up like this, and they would fold the gauze like this, so I would have it like this to the point where it would catch the blood, and I would have to change it like every 15 to 30 minutes the first few days, but then it prolonged itself as I began to heal. So I was in public. When I stopped walking to the grocery store to get food, walking to like just anywhere because nobody was coming through. I'll continue to mention that, and I'm supposed to avoid the sunlight. I'm supposed to avoid the heat because that is going to make me sweat, and that will make the stitches dissolve earlier than they're supposed to. I'm an extreme sweater. Like I sweat profusely. If you know me, you know. I step out the house, I'm drenched in sweat, but I still have to get it done. I still have to go eat, still have to get food for my dog. And all the people, 99% of the people who said they were going to look out, I still have not heard from them. And it's like, when people know they've wronged you, they avoid you. But it's not the first, the second, or the third time that I've been wronged by these people. So it's like, why won't you remove yourself from me? Why are you so obsessed with being in my presence and you don't even want to do me right either? But I also did not, and I'm learning to, but I did not have the strength to cut ties with the associate or a friend or anything of that nature, because I constantly kept giving them chances, seeing the good in them. And that kind of led me to where I am today. Now, I'm the fool. And I just was like sitting in the house all these days. It gives you time to think. It gives you time to like just really sit back and observe everything that's kind of going on around you and how the people around you are maneuvering. In order to see all that, you have to sit still. I made a post on Facebook just expressing my emotions, how I feel like people were kicking me while I was down. How I've been, having to order DoorDash and Uber Eats and walk to the grocery store just to fend for myself because nobody came by to cook a meal. Nobody came by to do anything for me. I get my water and stuff delivered. I get the 5-gallon glass Mountain Valleys and stuff at the door. I wasn't even supposed to be picking up them and carrying them, but I was picking it up to bring it in the house. Like, so many things could have went wrong just for me having to fend for myself. And I thank God that I didn't have any blood clots that went to the wrong places, or that I ripped my stitches or my stitches dissolved. I thank God none of that happened, being that I was doing everything the doctor told me not to do. And it just made me feel away. So the post on Facebook, of course, it only got like 3 or 4 likes because the people I'm referring to are also on my page. But the moment I posted it, I'm getting all these texts like, I told you I would have come and do this. You never said nothing. Trying to gaslight, trying to manipulate, trying to flip the script, trying to deflect. And at first I couldn't pinpoint those things in people that I'm familiar and fond of. So now that I can, it's just like when I read stuff, I'm just like, I call bullshit. I call bullshit heavily. But I let them talk. You should have just told me. I would have come and did this. I'll be free on this day if you want to come and do this. I had a funeral to go to. My family had died. And it's just like none of that matters to me in this moment because I had my procedures days before any of the circumstances popped up on your end. And even though things are happening on the both of our end, life goes on. You can't just up and say F everything else because you had a mishap in one part of your life. So, being that I made everyone aware of this procedure and the proceedings almost a month and a half to 2 months prior, I didn't feel anything when they were texting me. And they were trying to, what's a phrase? They were trying to love bomb me at that point. They were trying to then come and do right by me. They were trying to then come and assist me. But I had already went through the most difficult days of my procedure by myself. So I rejected that help. I rejected the food that they was offering. And it could come off as selfish to some, but I'm learning to put my foot down as a man. I'm learning to fend for myself and stand up for myself. I'm in my first apartment by myself, so I'm really just getting a glimpse of how people actually will do you. I've been in this apartment since March. I haven't had any visitors. Nobody has come to see me. Like, nobody. So that was another thing I took into consideration. I was like, how could you have expected them to come and cook for you or walk your dog or do these things for you? They've never even come to your apartment just for the housewarming. They didn't even come to say congrats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was a shame on me at that point because we already did the fool me once, fool me twice. At that point, I'm the idiot. So I just been like, finally gaining the strength to just say, you know what? I'm done with this and I'm done with you. I don't owe you my sympathy because you did me wrong. But I see now how people will do you wrong, avoid you, and then when they have the strength to face you, they place the blame on you. Oh, I was sick too. I was in the hospital this day, but you didn't come and do anything for me. Where was you when I had this? And it's like, now you're bringing up situations from the past. So now I see exactly where this is going. And now that I'm referring to both family and friends. And now that I've seen where it has went, I'm really just done. I really wish to be set free of these people, but they refuse to get away from me. Some people, like, sometimes I have this thing where I block people and I unblock them because my intentions is not to keep you blocked. I just need you away from me and off of my social media. But it's like they smell the moment you unblock them and they immediately come back and follow you. And it's like, why are y'all so attached to me? Why are y'all wanting to be around me? But then I start realizing what I'm actually capable of, what I'm actually willing to do for myself, my family, and my surroundings. And I say, oh, okay. As long as y'all are around me, y'all are guaranteed a meal. Y'all are guaranteed to eat. Y'all are guaranteed to get put on. Y'all are guaranteed multiple opportunities because I'm not selfish. I'm loving. I'm an overall family and friend man. If you a friend, you family. So I'm a family man. I take care of everything and everybody around me, period. But that has led me, pretty much I have been playing a sugar daddy to my friends and my family. I've pretty much been having to buy their love and, you know, like, what's the word? Bribe them for their love. And it's become tiring. Now that I've been dealing with getting my car repaired, I've been dealing with healing, I've been dealing with like work, I've been dealing with like multiple things at once. I don't have anything to give. Not even $1. I don't have anything to give right now. And now that I don't have anything to give, I have no one around me. And at first, I was sad about it. But you hear that? The silence, the peace. I have instilled peace into my spirit, and I have learned to enjoy every inch of this apartment, upstairs and downstairs. I've been enjoying cleaning. I've been spending so much time with my dog. I've been trying out different TV shows. I've just been doing other things to occupy myself and my spirit. I've been writing music, and it all has been giving me the strength to finally speak out against the mistreatment. I get shitted on by my people, but I see them congratulating and praising people for doing the exact same thing as me, and not even to the stature that I do it. Anything I do, it's plum, it's corporate, it's upscale. I don't half-ass anything. I make sure everything comes with an immaculate outcome. And by the way, the word plum, P-L-U-M, is another word for upper echelon, upscale, vibrant, variety. And people love that. People love experiencing luxury through other people because they know that's the only time they'll taste it. They know that's the only time they'll see it or feel it. So they'll use you, snatch it off from you, gimme. And once you don't have anything to give, they pretty much have enough of your blessings and enough of your spirit to pretty much live their regular lives and be completely okay. They have that boost. They have that serotonin. You have nothing. You're over here replenishing. You feel weak. You may cry some days. You may be angry some days. That's because all your pure joy was stolen from you. Of course, you have to experience those other emotions, your joy, your happiness. It was stolen from your spirit. So I've just been replenishing myself. I've been really trying to just build and move forward from here. And I just ask all the associates, because I can no longer call you a friend. I really have to practice what I preach. I need you to remove yourselves from my life, because if I have to remove you, yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I want y'all to be blessed. I didn't want this to be elongated. I didn't want it to be too stretched out. I just really wanted to come speak my spirit, and I really wanted to just let y'all know I see you. I see what you're doing. Keep pushing for those who are actually pushing, and for the ones who keep taking from somebody, I see you too. I want y'all to be blessed, stay blessed, and have a blessed day. It's your boy Banka Etuk, signing out.